The time is 6 o'clock. Will you please stand with me for the pledge of allegiance? Pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Education is one of our favorite nights here in our school district, and we do this quarterly. Obviously the most well attended, but also the most celebrated, and we appreciate you being here to celebrate with us tonight. Just a few items of business before we begin tonight. First, we'd like to recognize for roll call Director Bill Bain, Director Peter Levy, Director Carly Kincaid, and Director Tim Haynes. We would like to excuse tonight, I guess we need to make a motion to excuse Director Carl Carey, who is away this evening.
I'll make a motion that we excuse Director Carey.
Thank you. The motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. So we move to items from the floor. The Grand Hall School Board welcomes the opportunity to hear public comments and allows time for this purpose at each of our meetings. We do have one person who signed up for items from the floor. Tina Norris. Come on up. Normally I have a short thing to read. I don't see it here, but we have you can speak about anything we ask that employees or students, and you have 5 minutes.
I apologize for this. I'm here today because our school has a problem with bullying, and it's district-wide. It's in all schools. I graduated from Granite. My mom graduated from Granite. 2 out of my 3 daughters graduated from Granite. My 3rd daughter had to be taken out of school because of bullying, because it wasn't taken care of in school. I had to get a protective order. My daughter was assaulted in between classes. This was done in front of teachers. She was pushed and shoved up a flight of stairs. And there were posts from that same girl, that same babe, saying that she was going to do it again harder next time. She also came to my home and did property damage there. I have come to find out that this is not an isolated incident as far as bullying in the schools. My neighbor behind me had to take her daughter out of school and put her at Snohomish because of the same problem. Her friend that's in the neighborhood behind me is in the process of getting a protection order. I've got some statements here and some stories from other parents that have been through this. When my daughter, this had gone on all year. When she went to the principal, when she was tripped and shoved down the stairs, he gave her a piece of paper, and that was it. He did not have a conversation with her. I believe that our bullying, how we handle that, it needs to change. I think the first question that should be asked by anybody when a student comes to them and says they're being bullied is, are you safe? Do you feel safe? Are you okay? How are you emotionally? There are so many school shootings and suicides, but it's a huge issue and it's rampant in our schools. And the last of my daughters is a senior this year. She's going to be the only one that does not graduate from Granite Falls High School because of this and because of me transferring her out. The girl that did trip my daughter and harassed her and assault her all year is still in school. She was expelled for a short period of time, and now she's back. And she is harassing another student. She's also been suspended multiple times for physically fighting other girls in school. So things like this, I think they need to stop. They need to stop as soon as possible. And I'm just trying to start that change today.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Or do you have any clarifying questions for Ms. Lewis?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morrison. I appreciate you taking the time to come and speak to us tonight, but also to bring the information. Each of us will look over that, and if we have any clarifying questions for you, we'll contact you to find more information. Moving to item 3, which is our consent agenda. I just want to give a moment to finish it. Next, we move to item 3, our consent agenda. Is there any discussion? No. So we will approve the consent agenda as, well, there is additions to the consent agenda, so we need to have a motion.
Let's make a motion to approve the consent agenda with its additions.
The motion's been made.
Second.
And seconded. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Next, item 4A, board comments. Director Kincaid.
I just wanted to say that I am excited for tonight. I love the success ahead, so I'm excited to see everyone winning their awards. I got the opportunity to participate in the senior exit interviews today, and they were amazing. It was a lot of fun. Some really amazing students came through, and it really lifted my spirits, and I'm excited for the future for them, and man, what amazing kids we have here. So it was really awesome to experience, and I got to spend 3 hours with Mr. Wood, and he's amazing. So I just wanted to say that I just had an excellent time, and really proud of our seniors.
I will echo Director Kincaid. I was part of those interviews as well, and it's amazing to think we're all so hyper-focused on our day-to-day life and what that is. And for the past 12 years, a lot of these kids have been living the same day-to-day life. And in a few months, somebody's going to be in boot camp, somebody's going to be in Florida, somebody's going to be at UW. Like, it's just they scatter everywhere, and it's really exciting to think about everything that will come to life for everybody. One of the points I do sincerely appreciate when we have comments from the floor, also, and just reiterating that I hope we're not scary, unapproachable people. If there's problems within the schools, like I can't ever say that I will be the one to fix them, but I'm sure going to try, and I'm sure going to try to find out who to include, who to involve, the right people to make sure that things happen the way that they should be. We're working together in this as a community. So once again, the more that we know, the more that we can help. Everybody here has the best intention. So hopefully it's just our emails are available. I hope that we're approachable. Email us anything. Come grab me afterwards if you want that contact information as well. But just want to make sure that we are available for everybody as well. We're the voice between the community and the district. So
I just want to say I'm excited to see all of the faces here tonight to celebrate success in education. And the last one for the year. I love the community participation. I also echo what my director said about people coming forward, coming to us and talking to us about the issues of the district and allowing us to absorb that, take in the information, and that helps us help the administration guide the future of the school district. And so I'm looking forward to serving you guys. I'm brand new on the board, and it looks like I'm going to be here for a while now. So thank you.
Briefly, I also was part of the interview team for the seniors at the high school today as they did their senior interviews, and wow, it's so much more fun than my regular day job. I love our students. I love how excited they are, how much effort they put into their resumes, their budgets, their plans for the next 12 months, and it was just really exciting it was the fastest 3.5 hours of the day I've had in a while, so I appreciate that opportunity. Just as a quick note, we did, at our last board meeting, talk about, we did choose Northwest Leadership Associates as the firm we were using, and there will be a public meeting to discuss kind of the timeline and plans for them that we're shooting for July is what we're considering. It's not set yet, but watch the announcements. I think that it'll be the July, like just before our July board meeting if you're interested in attending. Otherwise, I think that's kind of all of my comments this time. So now, for the best part of the board meeting, I'm going to turn the time over to Dr. Middleton for our Success in Education Awards.
Madam Chair, I might just add that that July meeting is for the superintendent search. So I will be retiring and moving on after the 23-24 school year. So welcome everybody. Success in Ed, as the directors have already shared tonight, is our favorite night. It's also our favorite night for our cabinet members and our staff members, and certainly it's a reason for parents and our students to celebrate. We're here to recognize and celebrate students who have achieved high levels during the fourth quarter. They've been nominated by their teachers and principals for success in education. We'll also be recognizing staff members who have made a difference in their classroom or building, and they keep the focus on students and student learning. Thank you again for your attendance. Students and staff, congratulations on your accomplishment. We appreciate the hard work and all that you've done. We look forward to celebrating with you. Before I call up our first principal, students, when you're called, please join your principal up front. After the award, I know the board of directors want to shake your hand or high five or fist bump and recognize your hard work. So you'll just go right over there and be recognized that way. And afterwards, we'll have you just go along the edge of the room over there to the back. We'll have pictures and we're going to have students sit back there. So at the end, we can take a group photo. And for everybody, when we are done with our awards tonight, please join us. We have refreshments over here to my right. And we would love to just spend some time with you and celebrate with you at that time. So first of all, I'm going to invite our high school principals, Mr. Knisley and Mr. Maynard, and they will be awarding both student and staff awards while they come up.
Good evening, and again, this is also for us a very exciting evening. And the Success in Ed is examples of citizenship, leadership, academic excellence, and service to other students, staff members, or the community. And we have the opportunity to, first of all, our staff are the ones that nominate these students and then vote on these students. And then I have the opportunity to sit down with each one of the students. They fill out a form about themselves, but then I dig a little deeper with the students and kind of put together a little bit of a bio of what they've accomplished here during school. So our first student, in no particular order, is Gwen Murphy, so she can come on up. So Gwen. Gwen's a 12th grader. She's a driven 12th grader with a GPA of 3.745 and ranks 10th in her class. Gwen has taken some very challenging classes, including pre-calculus and AP psychology. Gwen's activities in school included playing basketball. Ms. Everson, her counselor, said, "I've been so impressed with Gwen Murphy over the years. She is always polite, considerate, kind, and thankful. She works really hard and puts forth her best effort at all times. She is a student who can be counted on to do what is expected and then some. She has been diligently applying for scholarships all year and has clearly defined a plan for after graduation. I adore Gwen and know she'll be a huge success." Mr. Wood said, "Behind Gwen's quiet demeanor is a student who does her best regardless of the task. She leads by example rather than words and is a positive influence on those around her. Her success in school is a product of hard work and determination, two traits we hope to instill in all of our students. I'm excited to see the great things she does in the next 2 years and beyond. Ms. Colson said, Gwen works hard in math. Not every concept comes easy to her, but she always tries her best, asks questions, and thoroughly completes her assignments. Her hard work has paid off, and she's doing great in pre-calculus this year. Gwen is very active also outside of school. Gwen helps run Little League concessions in Everett, fundraised for Seattle Children's Hospital, donated and fundraised for Stand Up for Pits, and assisted in a clothes drive to raise funds for the class of 2023 and 2025. Gwen's hobbies include thrifting, reading, and selling her chickens and eggs to her neighbors. Gwen got her love for thrifting by going with her mom to Value Village and getting trinkets. Some of her favorite books to read include Girl in Pieces and Go Ask Alice. I asked Gwen to tell me something unique about herself, and she said, besides raising chickens since she was little, she has a 100-foot slip and slide at her house that goes into a 12-foot hole filled with water that her dad built. So it sounds like a fun place for everybody in the neighborhood. After high school, Gwen plans to go to Everett Community College and earn her associate's degree and look for a specific field to go into. Gwen Murphy. Kaden Huss. So Kaden, come on, Kaden, come on up. So Cadence is a ninth grader, and Mr. Maynard and I had the opportunity to meet her even before school started at the fairgrounds in Monroe, and she stood out. I thought she was a senior. I mean, her poise and her ability to talk to adults and the things that she was doing and explaining to us about animals was beyond even her age and her grade. So she definitely has a future for, basically, I think that would be a great speaker because she does very well and does very well throughout the school year. Cadence is an outstanding ninth grader who is maximizing her time at Granite Falls High School. She has a GPA of 3.95 and ranks 10th in her class. Cadence is currently taking classes to include Intro to Ag, CTE, English, Culinary Arts, Intro to Fitness, and Algebra. She's very involved at Granite Falls High School. Cadence played volleyball, softball, and is in FFA. In FFA, she's part of the poultry. She's a first-year member, participated in Creed speaking, and was named the treasurer for next year. Mr. Hall said Cadence is a kind and compassionate individual who is willing to help anyone who needs it. Outside of school, Cadence is just as busy. She's very involved with sheep and brought 2 sheep to the Granite Falls FFA petting zoo at the railroad days. Cadence brought 2 sheep to the farm field days at Mountain Way and to Granite Falls spring celebration, plant sale, and petting zoo. Harley Cadence used to volunteer to stay on the bus for an extra hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays to help out with the elementary kids. That's amazing, staying on the bus for an extra hour. Something unique about Cadence is that she raises and sells sheep. She sold a purebred Hampshire for $1,600 in Skagit. After high school, Cadence plans on attending the University of Idaho and becoming an agriculture teacher. This will allow her to blend her love for being involved in FFA and teaching. Cadence. Next student is Stephen Berlin. I'm correct, Mr. Dean Dean said he would also be recognized as a middle school student up here as well. So congratulations. So Stephen is a very talented ninth grader who currently has a 3.75 GPA and ranks 25th in his class. He's taking rigorous courses to include 0-hour jazz band. And so what time does 0 hour start at? 6:30. So when I come in the morning, it's amazing to listen to the jazz band playing at that hour. Also is an intro to ag, health, band, English, freshman success, and geometry. Steve is very involved in band at Granite Falls High School. This year he participated in the marching band at various competitions to include the Puget Sound Festival, Summer Sunset Festival, and the Auburn Veterans Day Parade and Field Show. They placed third in their division in 2 of these events. Stephen plays the tenor saxophone and also plays in the jazz band. He said he became interested in band when he saw a 6th grader that he looked up to playing the clarinet. And at the time, Stephen was in 5th grade. Mr. Hall said that Stephen is a bright and intelligent young man that will do anything that you ask him to do. He is curious as well. Mr. Williams said Steve always gives his best effort and works hard to improve his part in band and jazz band. He demonstrates high standards for himself without getting down on himself when making mistakes. His drive for excellence and efficient work ethic will take him far in life. Outside of school, Stephen enjoys hiking with his dad and playing the saxophone. He's also learning to play the keyboard and guitar. After high school, Stephen plans to take a gap year and then attend college for music. So Stephen. Our last student is Sadie Pratt. So come on up. So Sadie is an outstanding junior who currently has a 3.889 GPA and ranks 9th in her class. Sadie is currently enrolled in various rigorous classes to include pre-calculus, vet science, band, AP psychology, body conditioning, and English. In school, Sadie is very involved in band and serves as a section leader. Sadie plays the trumpet, French horn, and the mellophone. In addition, Sadie also is involved in FFA. She loves chickens, and her poultry production SAE project has been recognized at the state level. Mr. Williams said, Sadie is a great musician and a supportive section leader in band. She has high expectations for herself and a great work ethic. She cares deeply for the band program and the students in it, and this can be seen in her kind demeanor when helping her section. Ms. Colson said, Sadie is an amazing math student. Not only does she excel in mastering the skills, but she is really inquisitive and wants to understand the why behind everything. Her curiosity will take her far. Ms. Hamilton said, I had the pleasure of having Sadie for sophomore year. I truly look forward to seeing her daily. She always had the most thoughtful questions and never hesitated to participate in discussions, even if there were just the 2 of us. She is intelligent and creative as a student. Ms. Ellinghouse said, Sadie has grown into an amazing individual in and out of the classroom. She showcases leadership skills that does not know she has. Sadie has grown out of her comfort zone. Her passion for poultry production has allowed her to be awarded a proficiency in poultry production at the state level in FFA that will be forwarded on to nationals for review. She will do amazing things with her passions in animal science. Outside of school, Sadie loves playing music. She likes playing the piano and practicing the trumpet and horn. Sadie also enjoys gardening, caring for her chickens, and drawing. She credits her dad for her love of playing the piano. After high school, Sadie wants to go to college, but does not know what she wants to study. She thinks possibly science or medicine. Sadie also wants to join a concert band so she can continue to play the French horn. Sadie Pat. Again, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Moore.
I am going to ask for Mr. Williams to come up. Mr. Scott Williams. Mr. Williams is selected by, I understand, a number of employees in the district for his hard work. Mr. Williams, I just want to say that this year it has been a pleasure working with you personally because we have gone through some struggles with calendars, we struggled with the field, we struggled with ordering things. Even today, when he got here, there's some things that happened. Something broke down earlier today for the concert that's next week. So he's been dealing with adversity all year long. But Mr. Williams has been fighting through. Mr. Williams was the first teacher I seen when Melanie was taking me around Grand Falls when I came here in 2021. And Mr. Williams has a Facebook post on the same thing I was going to mention about them taking students out of the classroom and marching them up and down the street during the class. So Mr. Williams is embedded in our community every day, even outside our schools, because he's bringing the band students outside. Also, Mr. Williams does the 0 hour. So to me, he's the hardest working band director I've ever been around. He's in elementary school, he's in the middle school, and he's also in high school. He's the one-man walking show for our district. So when you see Mr. Williams, know that this man is a hard-working man. All right. I want to say something because he had two members already brought up today. That was Sadie and Stephen. And I have a quote that I just got from Mr. Knightley through my email. It says, "To the world, you might be one person, but to one person, you might be the world." And I don't believe that to one person. I think it's more people in our community that you are the world, because our kids love you. So you got to give it up to this man, Mr. Williams. He's a great man.
Thank you. Congratulations to from the high school. We're going to invite and celebrate our Monte Cristo Elementary students now. So Mrs. Wynn and Ms. Wright, we come forward.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Our first recipient is Corbin Still, a third grader whose teacher is Mrs. Mary Thorne. Please come on up. Corbin Still is a kind and helpful third grade student. He is a valuable member of Mrs. Thorne's classroom. Corbin's favorite subject in school is PE, playing hockey. He loves doing math because it makes his brain happy. His favorite books to read are graphic novels, especially Dogman. When he is not at school, he likes playing baseball, and he would consider being a scientist when he grows up. He was nominated for Success in Education because of how hard he has worked this year and the growth he has made. One of the things his teacher appreciates most about Corbin is that when he shares an incorrect answer, he is willing to continue to work on it and let others analyze his answer. Academically, Corbin has shown amazing growth this year. On the math I-Ready diagnostic, he grew 30 points, an entire grade level. Corbin and his family have worked very hard at home to improve his reading. On the reading I-Ready diagnostic, he grew 66 points and 2 grade levels. We are so proud of the work Corbin has done this year and the incredible growth he has made. Congratulations to you, Corbin.
I'd like to invite Paul Lewis to come up, and his teacher is Mandy Maxwell. Paul's favorite subject in school is math, because he's good at it. He enjoys playing baseball, kickball, and sharks and minnows at school. Basically, he likes sports and some video games. His favorite book to read is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. When Paul grows up, he wants to be a sports player, and if he had to choose, he would play basketball for the Grizzlies. Paul Lewis is a 4th grade student who is the very definition of success in education. Not only does he excel academically, but he also excels in kindness, empathy, and his care for others. He's enthusiastic about learning, and his curiosity will continue to benefit him throughout his years of education. Paul consistently models every single 4th grade expectations. He's always the first to offer up help if another student needs it. When he finishes his work in class, he does not hesitate to ask for higher level thinking assignments or will offer to help students understand difficult concepts. Paul shines in all subjects, but he shows a great interest in understanding in math. He picks up new information quickly and works hard to understand the why behind that information. Paul is an exceptional leader, student, and friend. His drive and passion for learning will take him anywhere he wants to go in life. Nice job, Paul. Our next student is Natalie Reese, and she is Mr. Moen's wife. You want to come up? Is Natalie here? Well, we're gonna let Mr. Moen shine. He helped shape her this year, and I'm gonna read some great things about Natalie because she's an incredible kid. We're proud to announce that Monica fifth grade student, Success in Education Award winner, is Natalie Reese. We congratulate Natalie for earning this prestigious award and for doing such a terrific job of representing our school and community by consistently demonstrating responsible, respectful, safe, and kind behavior. Natalie's favorite subject in school is math. I'm sensing a trend. Her favorite part of school is going to all the specialists, but mostly PE. Her favorite book to read is the I Survived series. When Natalie is not at school, she enjoys playing volleyball and being outside. And when asked what she wants to be when she grows up, she said that she wants to be a nurse. Natalie is a dependable and high-performing student who has excelled in both her classroom and the school. She's especially done well academically and has shown a determined can-do attitude to accomplish big things. As an example of her positive mental attitude to succeed and learn, Natalie has completed an astounding total of 57 iReady math lessons. Natalie has been recognized for her superior efforts in other areas. She's a member of our fifth grade band, thank you, Mr. Williams. She plays the flute. Natalie has demonstrated other exemplary qualities at school. She holds a great reputation as being exceptionally friendly, trustworthy, and a helpful person. She's always willing to lend a hand and often helps teach other students math and other academic subject areas that they may be struggling with in class. She contributes to keeping the room neat and organized, which helps us all out immensely. Way to go, Natalie.
All right, next, we'll celebrate our middle school students. So, Mr. B, come on up.
We have 3 great students, and I'd like all 3 of them to come up here at once. Harper, Sarah, and Landon. Come on up here. So what I do here is the teachers have said some really nice things about these students, and well-deserved for sure. And then I kind of do a fun little thing with their name to see if their name, what their name means, really equates to their personality. And from the kids that I have up here, and I know them a little bit, and I've looked up their names, I would say that yes, they do very much. So our first 6th grade student is Harper Tate. She is, and this is what the teachers say, she is a wonderful student who always comes to class prepared with a positive attitude and willingness to learn. She's thoughtful and driven to do her best always. She gives her best effort. She is one to count on when something needs to be done correctly and efficiently. She is always seeking ways to improve herself and her classmates. She is compassionate to her classmates also. She has a wonderful sense of humor. She is a quiet leader. She takes time to make sure her teachers feel seen and appreciated by sending them cards, notes, or even wishing one of her teachers a happy birthday every day. It has been an honor to teach Harper this year, her teachers say. She has truly earned the success in education. So now for her name. It's English in origin, meaning one who plays the harp. It was derived from royalty. When kings and queens would ask for music to be played, they would ask for a harper. Now, some of the other things that harpers are great at. Yes, she loves to talk. They're outgoing, she's outgoing and social and creative. Loves to perform, sing, and act. Is that true? Okay. She's optimistic and enthusiastic about life. Her energy and optimism inspires and motivates those around her. She's friendly, loving, and caring, flexible, and creative. She is a great team player and enjoys helping others. Please give a round of applause for Harper Taylor. Our seventh grade winner, Sarah Douglas. She's also an exceptional student who is responsible for everything that she does. She's intelligent, dedicated, respectful, thoughtful, and a natural leader. What great adjectives that describe her. She was the team captain for our robotics team and led the team to the best score ever received by Granite Falls Middle School. She takes pride in everything she does. There isn't a challenge too big for Sarah. She perseveres through all challenges and comes out better for it. She is well liked by her peers and teachers. She's kind, polite, and helpful. Always brings a smile and a positive attitude into class. She volunteers to help her peers and teachers on a regular basis. One fun fact about Sarah, she is one of 9 sets of twins we have at the middle school. And yes, her sister's back there, and you probably can't tell them apart. Congratulations, Sarah. You are so deserving of this award. Now, her name, Sarah means princess or noble woman. She gets along great with others, check. She's ever the peacemaker, check. She thrives on group activities. She's intelligent, detail-oriented, and loves people, check, check, and check. She flourishes in a warm and caring environment. She's sensitive and compassionate, very artistic and dreamy. And all of those are certainly Sarah Douglas. So give it up for Sarah Douglas. And last but not least, our 8th grade winner, and it's always hard when I get to the 4th quarter with our 8th graders because it's the last time we get to recognize any of our 8th graders, but certainly this young man who is deserving of this honor. He's a student that probably could have won this every quarter of every grade that he's been here. And so please welcome Landon Dilworth as our 8th grader. So Landon, time and time again, Landon sets himself apart by going above and beyond what is asked of him. He has a consistent desire to help others at a drop of a hat. He generally cares for his teachers and peers, and it shows up daily by his actions. He is funny. He has a great sense of humor. It is my highlight of my morning when I see him come into the school. There's always a little joke or a jab, or he was supposed to wear a light blue shirt and khaki pants today, but he missed that. And I'll say this about as politically correct as I can. He's a problem solver. He'll get the inside joke. You guys probably won't. If a student is being a distraction in class, he tactfully takes care of that problem. He has a calming presence. One of the biggest praises for Landon is his integrity. How does he act when no one is around him? And his integrity always shines. He sets examples for his peers. He takes that extra time to get to know his teachers and peers. He demonstrates what is best about Granite Falls Middle School. His name, it means connecting with the earth or land. He has a strong sense of responsibility from a young age. He's loving, friendly, and appreciative of others. He can often be too generous, sacrificing his own needs for others. He likes to explore and learn about the world. He feels most content and by thoughtful and intellectual endeavors. He's ambitious, determined, and goal-oriented. What I know of Landon, those are exactly like he is. So please give it up for Landon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, we're going to move to another staff award. So Mr. Freeman, come on up, and he will be recognizing our classified employee of the quarter.
Sorry. Going after the high school. He was gonna be last. I had a good joke and everything. Normally, like Michael said, the band and all the events get set up, and I normally don't get the pleasure of honoring the custodian, because custodians are the ones that set up all the events, and they hardly ever get noticed. People just come and they leave. So I finally get the honor of honoring Jason, who actually does a lot of stuff at the high school. That building is used pretty much everything. Elementary concerts, all kinds of stuff. So this is Jason Hathaway. He is the head custodian at the Granite Falls High School. Jason is also an alumni of Granite Falls High School, where he learned to foster a commitment of excellence, and it wasn't from Long Haul. Jason also possessed integrity and great leadership, where he leads by example. And best of all, he's a good steward to all staff and students. Jason Hathaway.
From Crossroads, we'll have Ms. McVeigh come up.
So, I want to share a few details about a young man who sought to become the best student, athlete, and person he could. Seth Pruitt is this quarter's Success in Education recipient. He's been an active member, not only of Crossroads, but of the whole Granite Falls community. Seth joined the wrestling team this year as a senior. He spoke at Voices of Youth, participated and spoke at Voices of Youth, and anybody who was there and heard his story, there was not a dry eye in this room. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. He is also part of our Sources of Strength Suicide Prevention Program. He was crowned prom king by his peers earlier this month, and tonight he's being recognized for his tremendous effort that he's put in graduating on time, actually at 17 years old. So, Mr. Johnson says that Seth has been a great example of what our students at Crossroads are capable of. This young man has kept a 4.0 GPA throughout his senior year while working at Alfie's, if any of you what Alfie's, he's the one making pizzas for the time. On top of wrestling for the high school, dealing with car problems the last few months, and everything else that comes along with being a teenager nowadays. He's had to overcome so much in such a short time and has continued moving forward. We're so proud of you and recognize the strength it takes. Keep going, keep working hard, keep setting goals and reaching them. And you keep serving all those around you while you're doing that. So Seth continues to struggle from time to time, but he forces himself to work through it. He is like, when I think about the word resilience, this kid is the definition. He's been through lots of horrific things, abuse, foster care. First time he was gonna do a high school sport, wrestling, he got yanked out the day, or not wrestling, soccer, sorry. Got yanked out the day it started. He's been to, I don't know how many schools. I have no idea. He dropped out for a while. Then he found it, and then a family in Granite took him in, and they just kind of supported him and treated him like it was like he was their own, right? And so that has been kind of his part of his, what has kind of helped him become solid. And then having the staff here, he just said he was thinking about failing the class so they could come back next year. So, I mean, he's just amazing. So Seth, I so appreciate you for teaching me and inspiring me to be a better person. You really are one of my favorite people in this world, and I look at you and you're one of my heroes. There's not many people that can go through what you've gone through and still be coming to school, being positive and getting straight A's, going to work. I'm just super proud. So thank you for making not only Crossroads a better place, but the whole world a better place. We really appreciate you.
All right, I'm gonna have Mrs. Weddle and Ms. Stursky come up as we celebrate our students from Mountain Way.
Our first recipient is not here tonight, but we're thinking her and her family might be on Zoom. So we're going to go ahead and read her recognition tonight. This kindergarten success and education student is Iris Scott. Iris is the daughter of Elizabeth and Alexander. As always, we look for growth. This fourth quarter Success in Ed winner has shown tremendous growth this year in social and academic areas. She's also a student in Mrs. Burke's class. Stepping up her already good being to great is why Mrs. Burke chose Iris. She has been a consistent cub all year and exemplifies cooperation, understanding, bravery, and safety every day. She can count on Iris to be cooperative, even when adults are not watching. Her self-management helps her classroom run smoothly. She is understanding and uses these skills to play well with her classmates. She has made many friends in kindergarten, and they all enjoy spending time with her, and she can support them by being their tutor. She shows bravery by trying new things and pushing herself to do better. Safety comes easy to her because she respects the expectations and understands why they are important. She takes learning seriously and works extra hard. She is responsible for growing her brain, and thanks for leading the way, Super Cub. Iris Scott is well-deserved Success in Education winner.
I'd like to call up Mrs. Rodrigo. And we will now take it. Okay, Elijah. The first grade Success in Ed Award recipient is Elijah Gavin. He is the son of Brittany and Jonathan. He is a role model to not only students in our classroom, but to all students at Mountain Way, young and old. Elijah is an excellent student. He has made tremendous growth this year, both reading and math, and he amazes us every day on how quickly he's able to catch on to new things. He participates and asks questions when needed and always does his best work. When Elijah is asked to do something, no matter how challenging, he never scoffs or complains. He just puts his nose to the grindstone and does his best effort. Elijah is not only an amazing student, but a kind and caring friend as well. He always steps in to assist a classmate when they need help, and he is very patient with them when he gives directions. He's also very empathetic to his classmates and shows them much needed support when they are struggling or if they just need a good friend beside them. At school, his favorite subject is math, and when he grows up, he wants to be a police officer to keep people safe. His favorite candy is Snickers bars, and he loves dinosaurs. His favorite dinosaur is the T-Rex. We are so proud of you, Elijah, and we are confident that you're going to do great things. Keep being the remarkable kid that you are. Good job, buddy.
And our last student is a second grader in Miss Morell's classroom. And I don't think Miss Morell could make it tonight. But this student is Baylor Floyd. Come on up. Okay, so Baylor is the daughter of Randy and Corey. She stands out because she's continuously demonstrating Cubs behavior in every way. Baylor is a leader in our classroom every day, showing flexible thinking, kindness, and respect towards others. She is polite and good-hearted. Baylor is hardworking and never gives up. She keeps a positive attitude and a growth mindset when trying new things. Baylor demonstrates cooperation with attentive participation and teamwork when working with others. She shows understanding with a positive attitude and a big smile when things change, and bravery with trying hard things. She is motivated and determined when things get challenging and excited to learn as much as she can. Baylor shows safety by being gentle with others and with our classroom supplies. She is a superstar student and person, and her teacher says that she's very lucky to be her teacher. She likes school because she gets to see all of her friends, especially Memphis. She likes the monkey bars at recess, and in STEAM, she likes free build days where she can be creative with the Legos. Her favorite treat is chocolate chip cookies that her mom makes. And when she grows up, she'd like to be a second grade teacher, just like Miss Morell. If she could go anywhere, she would go to Disneyland. However, in a few days, she's going to Great Wolf Lodge. Congratulations, Baylor.
To our last award, this is the Superintendent Award. So I need Lynn Tickle, Tanya Jackson, and Kelly Rose to come on up. They are the recipients of the Superintendent Award, and for those who haven't been at a Success Med award night before, it's called the Mucker Award. And there's a reason for that. I grew up playing hockey and still a huge hockey fan. And on a hockey team, it's not an official position, but you have the muckers, the ones who go in the corners and they might throw a few elbows, they might kick out the puck, they do the hard thing to get the puck out to the center. And so often I wanted to recognize those people that often are doing things behind the scenes, working very hard. And so tonight, we have 3 Bucker Awards to give out. Lynn, Tanya, and Kelly are being recognized for their hard work and dedication in our food service program. We know that students do not learn as well if they are hungry. The tireless efforts of our food service program and staff over the last 3 to 4 years has shown how important a role they play in the education and success of our students. Here's a little bit about our recipients. Tanya Jackson, colleagues have shared she provides an inclusive, welcoming environment where all are treated with respect. She has high expectations for students and staff, and many comment what a happy, collaborative setting the high school kitchen is. One said that it's just simply a joy to come to work. Kelly can be found at Mountain Way Elementary, where she is known for her smile, welcoming students. Often she's the first member, the staff member that students encounter during the day, and her professionalism. Staff has said that it's a pleasure to work with Kelly and how accommodating she is to colleagues and students. And Lynn is the district child nutrition program supervisor. She is known for her positive and sunny disposition. She interacts with parents, students, and staff, organizes workflow, creates menus, and orders food and supplies, and ensure we stay in compliance with local, state, and national guidelines. A little trivia about Lynn. Lynn has actually become a celebrity on Fox 13 for creating the menus, as the morning news team always likes to read the descriptors of the Granite Falls School lunches. Thank you all for your hard work. My students are well nourished, and I do have pucks for you. All right, these are our awards tonight. We want to thank you for joining. Another round of applause for all the award winners. We do ask that you stay and have some refreshments with us, but this isn't, there's a board meeting, so we need the board chair to close this meeting.
The time is 6:58. Thank you.